That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it's harder and harder to resist.
Hello and welcome to Hardcore Horror with Mike and Brigette. This is Mike. Hey, Brigette, what's going on over there?
What's up, Mike?
Wow, you're ConNooga it tonight? What are you doing?
I'm at ConNooga Con in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Explain to me, what is that?
Okay,
is it like a bunch of apes?
I think it's a bunch of horny nerds running around all over the place in cosplay. Right. So
okay.
It's I come here because my daughter's really into it. She's the gamer, I'm the horror. So they used to have a pretty cool horror track here, and not so much anymore. It's crazy. This is where I hooked up with Flickering Candle Productions the first time back in 2019. Actually met them here in Chattanooga, but I've noticed that the horror track is slowly kind of scaled back a little bit. It used to be run by Chad Sods. If you remember Chad, he's been on our podcast.
Yeah.
But he's no longer runs the horror track any longer, and now it's just like hardly anything at all.
Yeah. Do you think that's because there's just so many specific horror conventions that are out there? Do you think that?
Yeah. I don't know. Yes, I do think that you have like your conventions that's just horror. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard to, I think it's difficult to bring the two of them together, but either way, it's really the same thing. It's you dress up and you have a good time and you get to be, your character. And, but I did talk to the person that puts on ConNooga every year. And I went up to him and I was like, hey, what can we do to bring like the horror back? And, I threw some ideas out at him and he was all about it. And so but there is a little bit. Our buddies from Beyond the Basement, Tennessee Horror.
Yeah.
They're here.
Cool.
So I've sat in on some of their screenings, their movie screenings. Pretty interesting. You should hear the screening of Winnie the Pooh or whatever it's called. I haven't seen it. I'm just curious. Have you seen this movie?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, I haven't either, but sitting on the screening, I'm like, wow. I at first I was like, is this movie like PG-13? They're like, no. And then they started telling a little bit more, and I was like, oh, okay. But it didn't sound. It was like one of those that you might check off your list.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they anticipated it to be really, really good because they already greenlit a sequel to it. So I assume that they thought that it was going to be really good. I don't know what it's going to pull in theatrically, but we'll see, huh?
We'll see. Yeah, usually the second movie, like they'll have like a bigger budget, and I think what they say they announced it last night. I want to say it was I want to say 1.8 million so far.
That's what they made so far. That's probably pretty good. I don't know what their budget was, but that's probably pretty good.
Yeah, it is definitely pretty good. So I'm like, hey, I like to form my own opinion. So I mean, I'll watch it just to watch it, check it off the list.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that was cool seeing those guys there, seeing them here, and just walking around and seeing all the different characters. And my killer clown had to come out today.
Yeah,
she had to make an appearance, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I love it that the one person that just ran up to me and was so obsessed with my outfit was like, "Oh my God, I love clowns!" She's like, "I need my photo with you." She had to have been probably about 10 years old, little girl.
Yeah. And
I love that. I was like that. I was like, "Do you like clowns?" She's like, "Yes, I love it." I had like the blood, and I actually pulled out my killer clown teeth. So that was
awesome.
Stay tuned. Check it out on Instagram. Follow me, Lynn.Brigette on Instagram. We'll see some of the crazy pictures that I got there.
Little kids, they either love them or they hate them, huh? Clowns? Love them or hate them.
I think most people either love them or hate them.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're here in February. Valentine's Day came and went. I did want to ask you one thing. One thing that they do now, it seems like every year Valentine's Day, they have a haunted house, like a couple's haunted house thing. Have you noticed this? Have you guys ever worked any of this stuff? I know you guys have done haunted houses before. Did you ever work the Valentine's Day haunted houses?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I mean, it's been going on for quite a few years, I think, but it's kind of selective and random. I know they're doing one in Nashville this time. I've never been to one, but I'm always curious. Like, that's a weird. I mean, it sounds cool to me. I'd be totally up for it, but it just seems like a weird kind of thing. It's like Valentine date night. Let's go to the haunted house. And I just wondered if they approached it any differently than like a typical October haunted house, or if it was like sort of catered to the season. But yeah, I don't know. But they're out there for sure. Yeah.
That was my question. Is I'm like, what do you think goes on in those haunts?
Yeah, I assume it's similar, but obviously, it may be a little bit like there are a lot of cupids or something. I don't know exactly, but I would like to check one out eventually.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Speaking
Yeah.
of Valentine's Day, pretty fun day. Whatever. Valentine's Day to me is like kind of any other day, and the boyfriend were like, yeah, we're not going to get each other anything because it's just whatever. But my surprise, he kind of did surprise me, and I was like, oh my God, I had a bloody Valentine's Day. So he got me. I've been obsessed with these. I've always wanted one of those mats that you step on when you get out of the shower, and it like squishes the blood.
Oh yeah.
So he got me that, along with I collect movies from 1981. So along with the uncut original, the 1981 uncut version of My Bloody Valentine, which I'd never seen.
Very cool.
It's pretty cool that the director comes on. He's like, if you're watching this, there was a lot of scenes that were taken out because it had too much gore. So it's the uncut version because they cut it down to make it rated R.
Right. Nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of good gore in there. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Well, listen, we got a guest tonight. Her name is Lillian Lamour. She is a very prolific independent actress up in the Chicago area, and done quite a few films and been working for quite a few years. So we'll talk to her in a little bit. Right now, let's talk about some movies we've been watching. What do you got on your list? What have you been watching this last couple weeks?
Well, so I just told you about My Bloody Valentine. So we watched that. I actually, earlier today I watched 13 Fanboy. Have you seen this?
Yeah. It's the one where the guy's obsessed with Jason and the franchise of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, have we talked about this? So I'm in Chattanooga. I did not bring my book. Okay, I was like, I don't remember us talking about it, but I'm dying to hear your take on it, though. I just want to know. Did you like the movie?
I mean, I barely remember much about it. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't say it left a great impression to me. I don't remember hating it though, explicitly, but it seemed like it was okay. What do you think?
About the same. Same for so many big name actors.
Right.
I was like, there was points where I was like, damn, the acting's not great in it. But Dee Wallace Stone, she's in there, and it's funny. My kiddo does not watch horror, but we're all in the same hotel room together, so she had not much of a choice. And she was like, no, don't kill the grandma. She's talking, and she has no idea who Dee Wallace Stone is. So
right. It's funny.
Yeah. So I watched that. You had recommended this documentary. I've been watching. I'm obsessed. They're very long. It's In Search of Darkness on Shudder.
Yes.
Man, so I've made it. Yes, I've made it through. There's what, 3 of them, I think.
3 of them. Yes.
3.
12 hours long.
Yes, very, very long. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but damn, it just sucks you in. And I'm like, oh my God, you are so right. You nailed it on that one, because it covers like every single great 80s horror movie. So far it has anyway. So
very informative.
Yeah, I've enjoyed that one. I did a rewatch of Tennessee Gothic. This week. So the main actress, Jackie Kelly, she's going to be talking to us in a couple of weeks. So I was like, hey, wanted to do a rewatch of it. Damn, I've only seen the movie one time, and if you've only seen it one time, it's definitely going and watching it again. So maybe there's something to do between now and when we talk to her. I picked up on so much more second
Yeah.
time. So I don't say anything else about it because I want to, save the opportunity when we talk to her. But
Mhm.
yeah, really good, really, really good movie. I also started watching more of the Mayfair Witches.
Yeah.
It's a show, Anne Rice's show.
Mhm.
And I lost interest in it.
Did you?
I made it through like 4 episodes. I was just like, it's too slow for me. I
Okay.
just can't. So,
Okay. I was
but
wondering. I was wondering when you said you liked the first two. I was like, how long will this last? But
yeah,
okay.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like, I don't really do. I was like, man, I was trying to give it a chance, and I wanted to like it. That's what sucks, but that's
Right.
too slow for me. Man, what
Okay.
about you? What have you been watching?
Okay. So you didn't get a chance to watch that Skinamarink, huh? You got to put that on your list because I want to know your thoughts on that one. The last episode we talked about PG horror, and one of the ones that we talked about, one of the best ones was The Ring.
Yep.
So I went and did a rewatch of the first, and I watched the whole Ring U anthology. Have you seen
Okay.
those? The Ring U's, like Ring U 1 and 2, and then the Raisin, and then the O. Have you watched those?
Not the Raisin the O, but the first I've seen, I mean, I've seen them once, never really cared to see them again.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
didn't
mean,
leave a big impression for me. So
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I mean, I do like the first, and obviously, it's the blueprint of where the Ring is. But I'll have to say the remake is actually better. I think it just works better. The American version does. But yeah, it gets a little slow, and it gets a little bit like they just go into like about the girlfriend that's left behind of the the dad and everything, and then the father of Ringu and stuff, or Sudoku or whatever. So it does get a little. I mean, there is like one part in part two where the boy's possessed, but it doesn't follow the storyline to the part two of the American version at all. I mean, yeah, I kind of like you. I mean, they're okay. I liked them all right. I didn't love them. I thought they were a little slow at times. But
it's funny you say this because we've talked about this a lot. That so the remake, the American version is.
mhm.
I agree with you 100% on that. I do like it better, but it's usually the opposite.
It's usually us. Yeah.
It's usually the opposite. Usually the American version's like the ship version. So I
hmm
mean, kudos to the American version of The Ring. They did really good on it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it really raised it up and like brought the scares a lot more. Um, Up next, I watched was season 4 of You. Do you watch any of You? Are you a fan of that series?
Man, I started watching that God when it first came out, and I think
hmm
I got through maybe 2 seasons. I'm not sure what happened and why I stopped watching it, but I almost want to go back and rewatch it again because that one kind of sucked me in a little bit, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
wow, this could be for real. This is kind of creepy shit.
I love
Um,
You. I watched every episode. Of course, this fourth season, only half of it's dropped, and the rest drops next month. But I love them. To me, it's like it's the Dexter fix, or Dexter is no more. It's a very similar vibe to Dexter because you have this guy who's sort of killing, but not a terrible killer. He has his own little motives, but then he also narrates everything too, which is kind of very Dexter esque. Speaking of Dexter, real quick, did you hear the news that they're making a prequel to Dexter and also continue the new series? I don't know how I feel about either of those, but
so I never watched them. I never watched the new series when it
mhm.
came back out. And I was a huge Dexter fan, huge. Watched every damn episode probably twice. But I remember in the very end, we might have even talked about this at some point, but
Yeah,
God, the disappointment was just,
right.
oh, I hated it. But that happens a lot with shows. So
Yeah.
you did watch when it came back out. I feel like we talked about this. You did
hmm
watch it, right?
Yeah, I did. I watched
But
it.
it was just kind of
I
okay.
mean, I liked it, but the ending of it as well was not good either. So, two endings sucked for that series. But they're thinking of bringing it back. I won't want to tell you how I think that they will bring it back, because that gives away spoilers if you haven't seen that new season. So you should watch it first, and then we can really discuss it. But
Same
uh,
cast? Is it the same cast?
Uh, well, Dexter, Michael C. Hall, obviously, and then there's a couple people, but no, it's a different setting, so a lot of the people are gone,
Yeah.
or dead or whatever. But so yeah, it's a little bit different, but so it was a different vibe for sure. But I did enjoy it until the end. But yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. I'm not really that I don't know, excited about this new series that they're talking about, but we'll see where it goes. Up next was Bones and All. Have you heard of this movie?
Bones and All, maybe. Tell me a little bit more about it.
All right. Marion, a young woman, learns how to survive on the margins of society while being a cannibal. This is a story. This is a love story of cannibals. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, as a horror movie, if you're going in for like the horror scares and kind of stuff, you're not going to find that here. This is more of a drama / love story that just involves cannibalism.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is different, I think. It's a little different. There is a creepy antagonist in it, though. I think so. I mean, and there's some blood. I mean, it's not without the blood and the gore, but it's not. It's definitely not a thrill-seeking suspense kind of thing, you know. But,
no, wait. Is this a newer movie?
Yeah. Well, it came out last year. Yeah.
Okay. Bones and All. All right. So I'll put that one on the list. Check that out.
Yeah, that was a good one. Up next was I told you I was rewatching this one. It was called Deadgirl.
Yes, I saw. So yeah, you had recommend that one. So that's definitely on my list. That's one that I'm like, I can't watch it while I'm here with the family. No, it's gonna be like one of those that I'm like, yeah, you know, when I have my nights by myself and.
So this is a zombie movie. I will tell you that, but it's unlike any zombie movie you have ever seen. So you can't even really call it a zombie movie, really, but it is. It is. Two high school boys discover an imprisoned woman in an abandoned mental asylum who cannot die. It's wild. It's crazy. It's hardcore, and I think you'll really dig it. You know, this came out in 2008, and you know, which is right around the time that Martyrs and Inside came out. I mean, there was something in the air of that period. I don't know, but all these like very dark films came out, and this one is no exception. It's really good. I don't want to give too much away, but it's very much the depths and depravity of humanity. But yeah, very very much worth watching.
Awesome. That's what we need. So I'm like, man, I'm like crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, man, I got something's, you know, neat when you can walk away from a film like satisfied. I need something like something a little bit harder than what I've been watching. So I'm looking forward to this one for sure.
Yes. I think you'll like it. Like I said, it is a zombie film, but you won't go away feeling like, oh, that's another zombie film. It's not like that at all.
Okay, cool.
Up next to watch was a film on Shudder called Attachment. This one is Maya, a Danish has-been actress, falls in love with Leah, a Jewish academic, and then she has a seizure, and Maya returns to her home to London. There she meets Leah's mother, a woman who can hold her own dark secrets. It was a decent little film. It's about Dybbuk's.
Dybbuk's like the possessed boxes or something that they trap the spirits in, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no box here, but it's about
Dybbuk. Something you trap them in something, I guess. That's the Dybbuk, right? And the Dybbuk's like the demon.
Yeah, very like the American Possession films, stuff like that. Pretty decent, but not great, but worth a watch. Up next was a rewatch of Fright Night and the remake of Fright Night. I watched both of them. Did you like that? I'm pretty sure you like Fright Night because that's pretty universal. I think
everybody loves Fright Night, right?
What about what about the remake? Did you like the remake at all?
It was okay. It was okay. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't great, but it didn't suck either. I don't know. I mean, it had some good eye candy in it, man. I thought he played sexy damn vampire. But he did it for me. Just saying.
Well, the first time I watched it, I think I was more insulted about it because I was really close to the original, and especially like the horror host was changed and stuff, and I didn't really like that part. But upon rewatches and stuff, I have grown to like it a lot better and enjoy it for what it is. And it doesn't really, obviously it is a remake, but it doesn't try to retread everything like the original. So it kind of has its own little perks there. So yeah, it's definitely an okay movie. Up next was Infinity Pool. Have you seen this movie?
Oh no, but I dying to see it. Oh my God, I cannot wait to hear your feedback on this one.
This is a wild, crazy movie. I really, really like it. Brandon Cronenberg, David Cronenberg's son, man. He's putting out these crazy, wild movies, which are awesome. Did you see that The Possessor movie that he did?
I did. I didn't realize that was his though.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's him. Yeah, he did The Possessor. He also did one called Antiviral back in the day. It's been a little
Antiviral.
while.
That was about I do remember that one was about they were the shot they were given.
Yes, exactly.
And it had the blonde, the real pretty blonde guy on the cover. It's weird. I remember the covers.
Yes,
Isn't that funny?
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
So in this one, I mean, he takes it to the extreme level of just wild and bizarre. I mean, he follows in his dad's footprints with the body horror just so eloquently, and it's just amazing. This movie is creepy. It's totally bizarre, messed up. It is horror, but there's a lot of other elements there too. Barely recommend it. Yeah, I think you will like it. It's pretty wild. And Mia Goth is just amazing. I mean, like, she is quickly becoming the go-to girl for horror. I mean, she does a great job in it. Really, really good movie.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. That's good because it's one of those that I actually do have high expectations going into this movie. So we do have similar taste in movies, so I'm excited that you got good feedback on that one.
Yeah, I really like that one. Up next was a little movie called Something in the Dirt. Have you heard about this one?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Okay, let's talk about more. Let's tell everyone else. Tell me what you know about it.
So, directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. These are the guys who they've done quite a few movies together. They did Resolution was the first one they did. They did Spring, which I really, really like Spring. The Endless was really, really good. Synchronic was the last one that they did, I think. But they've done some really good movies, and it's all very like horror / sci-fi, time travel-y kind of wild stuff that they do. And they're pretty good at what they do. This one's okay. I wasn't thoroughly impressed with this one. It's really just a very talky movie, which I'm generally okay with. Like, I love Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino and films like Sunset Limited. I mean, like, I can handle just a talky movie, man. But it's what most of this movie is, and they're starring in it too. The directors are, so they're the stars of the movie. To me, this is one of their lesser ones. It didn't hold my attention as much as the other ones. I didn't feel like it was as good. There are a couple of moments in there that are like kind of weird and stuff, and it's probably more sci-fi than horror, really. But I wasn't as pleased with it as their earlier efforts, to be honest. But okay, all right, it was an okay movie. And the last thing I watched today was a little film called The Harbinger. We've not had a Freddy Krueger movie in a long time, so we really haven't had anybody haunting our dreams, right?
Right.
So this movie tries to rectify that situation. It says Monique ventures out of quarantine to visit an old friend who's plagued by nightmares. She finds herself drawn into a hellish dreamscape where she must face her greatest fears or risks never having to exist at all. That pretty much sums it up. I mean, it's set during the pandemic, and so she goes out to this friend who's like having these wild dreams and can't wake up a lot of times and stuff. And this demon in like kind of a plague doctor like looking creature is after her, and it's all through the dreams and stuff. So you get a little bit of that Freddy vibe, in a way. But the thing is, once he takes you, he erases all existence of you. So there's a lot of back and forth, and you never know if it's a dream or a reality kind of thing, which you get to play with a lot with Nightmare on Elm Street, and I do enjoy that. So since we haven't had that in a while, it was fun to revisit that sort of technique. Not a great movie, but again, it filled that little void there.
I like the concept of it though. How many times, I don't know about you, but I have woken up and I'm like, holy fuck. I mean, like, actually legitimately scared of a dream that I had, and I wake up and I was like, did that really happen? never really dreamed that. So that's I like the concept of it. What was the name of it again?
It's called The Harbinger.
The Harbinger. I'll have to check that out. The Plague Doctor is such a creepy thing to me. But you don't really see that character. I've seen that character a couple times here at this con that I'm at, but I've seen it. Like a guy got in, I was like, he got in the elevator with this. I was like, oh shit, it's the damn Plague Doctor, and like he wouldn't even turn and look at me or anything. It was so awkward,
That's funny. That's hilarious.
But no, I love the character. I wish there was like more movies out there that would like utilize that character a little bit more.
I think you should check this one out. It's like I said, it's pretty decent. It's not like a great movie, but it's pretty decent.
Cool.
The only other thing I've been doing is I've been playing a video game. I got another horror video game I got hooked on. This one's called Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
And it is I'm not sure exactly what you would call it. It's like a horror survival game, but it's not like a game where you play through for hours and stuff. It's just a game where you have 4 survivors and you have 1 killer, and whichever one wins, either the killer kills all of them or they escape. It's pretty fun. It's pretty addictive. There's a lot of killers in there. You can utilize and get a bunch of these killers that you would know, like Michael Myers is in there, the guy from Jigsaw, Hellraiser's in there, Ghostface, Leatherface, Freddy's in there.
I have seen someone play this game. Now that you're telling me this, where you can all like your name villains are in it. I've watched someone play this. Oh my gosh! I think I was at a party one night and I was like, this is kind of badass, actually.
It is. It's really addictive, and you can play as either one. You can make your choice: be as a killer or a survivor. I'm pretty decent as a survivor. I kind of suck as a killer. I mean, I've killed a few, but I can't kill them all. Like I just can't. I kind of suck at the killer part. But there's other killers as well. Oh, as a survivor, you can also be like Laurie Strode and Ash Campbell from Evil Dead and stuff like that too. So there's a lot of and there's a lot of other ones that they just kind of have on there. Like there's a lot of other killers that aren't really like from franchise and stuff as well. But it's really cool. It's really cool, really addictive. It's been out for years, but of course I'm just now playing it, and there's a lot of people that have really played a lot, I think. But it's really fun, and again, you get to kind of just. I mean, we talked about this before, I think, a long time ago about how our video games scarier than movies now, because you just get so kind of used to movies and the tropes, and you kind of know what's going to happen. It's really hard to get scared, but I tell you what, you start playing this game and you're sitting there trying to do a generator, and all of a sudden a killer comes up and like stabs you. You go, oh,
That's crazy. I love it that you're the survivor, because I'm like, damn, dude, like you have watched so many horror movies, you could like damn near survive one. So I love it that you play the survivor.
Yeah. I play it the most because it's definitely easier. To me, it is, because like it's just a different way of playing than the killer too, because it's a lot harder the killer is. But some people are very good at playing killers because they kill the shit out of me. But yeah, that's pretty fun. But other than that, that's all I got. You got anything else before we bring on our guest?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's all I got for you.
All right, let's talk to Lillian, see what she's got going on.
Awesome. Let's bring her on.
All right, here we go. All right, here is Lillian Lamour, the indie darling of Chicago. That's what I like to call you. What is that a fair assessment, Lillian? How's it going?
Oh, good. You said so. The indie what?
The indie darling of Chicago, of the film scene. Is that a fair assessment?
I'm an indie something.
Yeah.
Chicago. I try to get my hands in as projects as possible. I'm actually currently working on my own film right now, which has been quite a hill battle. But right. You started out acting, and now you're into writing and directing, doing all that stuff. Yes. Yeah. Actually, the reason why is because I wanted to have a certain kind of role, and which I just, for whatever reason, wasn't getting the kind of role that I was looking for. So I just figured the best is, hey, make your own stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Write something, that you think would be a good fit for yourself. So that's kind of what made me take that leap from just actor to producer /writer /director and everything else.
Very cool.
Damn,
Yeah.
girl, good for you. I love it. I love this, and I just want to say we are super excited to have you because February is Women in Horror Month. So
Oh, is it?
yes. So damn, we're so super excited to have you, and the fact that you're talking about that you're wanting to do things that you're wanting to go and broaden your horizons. I love it. So I'm really curious to know about what your project you're working on. What is it that, you said they couldn't cast you in a certain role. So what is it? Tell us a little bit more about that,
Well,
about your project you're doing.
Yeah, so it's basically a psychological thriller or psychological horror. It's a kind of, you could, say it's either one of those. It's called Derange. And it primarily takes place in a mental asylum, which that was a challenge trying to find a location that was suitable. My character is Abby, and basically my character is somebody with multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about. Like I wanted like a really meaty, character driven type of role. So I just kind of forged my own path at that. So, and I don't want to give too much away.
Sure.
So I'm just going to give the little teaser there. But yeah, I have to say that, I got to hand it to you, Mike, because, and Brigette, forgive me, because I don't know if you also make films, but I know I've worked with Mike in the past. You guys have it so hard. I mean, I made a Facebook post recently that basically said, like, it's so much easier just being the actor because there's so many things to think about as director and producer. It's just.
There's a lot of moving pieces there. It's quite a puzzle to solve when you're doing all those, especially when you're wearing all those hats. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you got, I had people coming from out of state, actors and coordinating everything. And I lost actually the first director, and I won't mention his name because I don't want to, blacklist anybody, but I lost my first director. So I had to kind of take the role of director, even though I don't know if I was the most qualified. Basically had to keep things afloat. So yeah, it's been such a challenge, but it's been very rewarding. We're finishing up filming this coming weekend. We're finally going to wrap the project.
Nice, very cool. Well, I'm sure that you're qualified enough. You've been on enough sets. I mean, you've been making movies for quite a while. What was the first horror movie you were in?
Oh gosh, I think I want to say it might have been Dirty
Sanchez was the first one. Yeah, well, I filmed that.
I think it was certainly one of the first. I gotta look at my IMDb.
Okay. That might have been. Was that where we met? That might have been where we met. I think.
Maybe. I think so. Yeah, because that was before. I think that was before Leaf Blower Massacre.
It was. Yeah, it was definitely. Yeah, Leaf Blower was kind of around the same time as Candy, but maybe just a little bit after it. But yeah, it was the first. One of the first ones I filmed for him.
Really, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean, we did a couple little things, but that was the biggest, one of the first like sort of big project, not featured, but it was like at least 20 something, 30 something minutes that I did for him. I shot it and edited it. Yeah, that was one of the first ones there. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that was your first one. You've done quite a few horror movies since then. You've done a couple of mine. Incorporeal and Candy's Harem. You did a Giallo one, didn't you? What was that one called?
Oh, Slit.
Slit. Yeah. Okay. I saw that one. And you've done a few more since then, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've done like my recent ones that I think one of them is still in editing mode called Flesh Fire. And
okay.
I never know how much information to give about a film because I don't want to give away the key pieces and piss off.
Chivis. That's Chivis, right? Chivis?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. All right.
So that was really fun to work on.
I know Derek well. I author his DVDs and stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so that one's still kind of like I think in editing mode.
Sure.
And yeah, that's why I'm like I'm afraid I'm gonna like say the spoiler.
Yeah.
I always do that. I always do that too. So you had mentioned earlier, like I don't direct movies. I act. That's all I can do. But
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, I
But-
know. It's like, as it was, even my own film, when I was kind of putting it out there before we started filming it, I had somebody tell me like, hey, you put in the tagline or whatever, you kind of put the hook, like you gave away too much. You better correct that. I was like, oh shit, you're right. But yeah, I've done another recent one. They just finished production on a Night Hunt, which is kind of like a vampire-ish kind of film. It's a real good quality film, actually.
Very cool.
My character is like a silly scientist or lab tech character. So my character was very, even though it was a horror film, my character is more comedic and nothing too heavy with my character, I guess. But a little hiatus for a couple years after work. It was actually, I think it was a little bit after Candy's Harem. It wasn't too much after, but I went to Arizona, kind of, went off the rails going in Arizona, kind of a personal thing going on. But then I came back and I got in touch with film people and been just hitting it ever since.
That's great. One thing I do love about Chicago is they do have this very expansive artists and people that are willing to be involved in indie films. So it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really a great talent pool. I even put out a feeler basically a couple weeks ago on Facebook, like just asking people to submit their information, like, what's your talent, just so I know, like for future for making films, what all the, I even asked them like, what's your perfect character? What's the kind of character you'd like to play? Because that's the reason what inspired me to make my own film was because like I had a certain character I wanted to do that I had not found previously. So I'm like,
I love that. Actually, I think that's amazing that you did that and put it out there. Because who comes to you and says, "Hey, what's your dream role? Like, what do you want to do? Like, what's your dream?" That's pretty amazing, actually. I love that.
I'm pretty sure I did that.
Yes, you did. Yes. Yes, I know. I love you. I don't know if we put that out there or not, but we do. We have a project we're working on together. And the only reason I'm pretty sure you even told me, you're like, I'm pretty much retired from movies, but you seeing me around, I love clowns. You seeing me around the clowns, you're like, holy shit. This is what you're passionate about. I'm like, fuck yes, this is like my homeland. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, because an actor can really come alive if they have a character they really, want to play. That's like, oh, this is.
Oh yeah, when you can turn into that character. Oh God, absolutely. I love it. So I have a question for you, Lillian. Look, sounds like you played in a lot of horror movies. So for you, do you love watching horror movies? And if so, I'm assuming you do. What's your favorite? Like, do you have a certain genre or a certain, like, what's your favorite horror movie?
Well, I gotta say, I like more psychological horror that like, I know there's a lot of, there's different angles that you can go, directions you can go with horror. There's more of the gore, more of maybe some torture film or something like that, there's different elements. There's this jump scare kind of horror film. I kind of towards psychological because it gets in my mind more. Like other stuff can be more shock value. But I'm trying to think of a favorite horror film. That's when I should have had that more laid out. Actually, you know what? One that for some reason, I don't know. This is not something that's I don't think a known horror film so much. Or I don't know. I think it's considered space horror or something.
Okay.
Sci-fi horror. Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
Oh, that is a good one. Okay, like that.
I feel like it's not one that people necessarily pops in their mind as horror film. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah,
I do too. Okay. I think so.
Yeah. It's
I
definitely
mean,
underrated film.
Yeah, and that one just it's one of those. The reason why it disturbed me for days. To me, that's the mark of a good film as far as because I could watch a horror film and be like, oh, that's gross, or oh, that's scary. It was just so creepy, this like other dimension of this like hellish realm. When they get the video footage, I think they go on the
other spacecraft.
That where it was like a
Everything's
missing crew. Yeah, they like
Mhm.
had disappeared, which was like, ooh, that's very mysterious. And then they found this like footage of them being sucked into this hellish realm, and it just was so creepy to me that that one sticks in my mind as one of my favorite horror films.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. That's a great one. Well, speaking of horror films, we do this little thing called quotes.
Oh, okay.
Set it up there, Bridget. Explain what
Yes,
quotes
I'm
is.
so excited. Okay, so I have this thing that I love movie quotes. I'm always the one rattling off damn movie quotes, but it's a little bit harder than what you think it would be. So we have a little game we play where Mike's gonna rattle off some movie quotes, and you and I together we'll do it together. We have to guess what the movie is.
Oh, how fun!
Yeah,
that's fun. I am definitely going to throw my hat in the ring on this one.
I'm like,
Okay,
Lillian, do you want to play a game? I'm sorry, I had to go there.
You want to play a game? We're gonna do 5 of these. Okay. I think these are pretty easy overall. Well, maybe not all of them, but some of them are. All right, number 1. This is a long one, so pay real close attention. It's a real long quote. Ready?
Okay.
The light that's leaving that star right now will take 1 billion years to get down here. You want to know why you've never met a girl like me before? Yeah, why? Because I'll still be here when that light from that star gets down here to Earth in 1 billion years.
Oh, gosh.
Holy shit, that was long. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, what? All right, one more time, Mike. Rattle off one more time for me. So I can
Sure.
soak it in.
The light that's leaving that star right now will take 1 billion years to get down here. You want to know why you've never met a girl like me before? Yeah, why? Because I'll still be here when that light from that star gets down here to Earth in 1 billion years.
It sounds so familiar.
Okay. It's so that's
like
not
what?
it. I'm just thinking, I don't know why it just popped in my head.
What'd you say?
Poltergeist, but it's not right.
Oh, no.
No.
What do you think the girl is? It says the girl, she'll be here in 1 billion years. What do you think she is? This is going to help you tremendously.
What do you think she is? Is that your question?
Yeah. What do you think the girl is? She says, I'll still be here in 1 billion years. What is she? It's a very typical
cockroach.
It's a very typical horror character.
Oh, zombie?
Mm-mm. Keep going.
Oh,
she's not a zombie.
I'm still tempted to start typing it in.
Not Lillian's on the right path. Not a zombie.
I'm ready to cheat this thing.
Okay, it's a movie that came out really around the time that the Lost Boys did.
Oh.
Okay, so we're going like 80s.
Yeah. But got overshadowed by the Lost Boys, I think.
Okay.
Zombie.
Not a zombie. It's a.
It's gotta be a vampire. So.
It is a vampire. So
right.
A vampire.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're in the zone. It's a vampire movie around the same time as the Lost Boys. Didn't get as much attention. We had a group of vampires.
Not Buffy the Vampire Slayer, no.
No.
That was been
way before that, yeah. Oh my God, this is a hard one. Shit, I was just getting better at quotes, but damn, Michael throw you a curveball every damn time. Right when I think I'm like, that's why I love this damn game. He loves challenging my brain. So
okay, here's another hint. Bill Paxton is in it. He plays a great vampire.
Bill Paxton.
Oh my God, I fucking love this movie. Oh shit, it's so underrated. Oh my God. It's he's not even like the main Villain. I just watched this not too long ago. Hold on, let me think. Hold on. No, it's real. No, it's really good. What's the other guy that's in it? The big name. What's his name? Yes. It's like something about being dark or something. Like close to dark.
Oh, dark is in it. What goes before dark?
Like I keep wanting to say close to dark, near dark or something.
It's near dark.
Is near dark. It's near dark.
Near dark. The vampire movie.
I kept thinking close to dark. Dang.
Have you seen this movie, Lillian?
I have not. That's why I was like, and then I got to admit, right at the end there, I was cheating. I was looking.
Oh shit!
I didn't want to say
so
anything.
Funny. That's so funny. The bar scene is like my favorite scene of this movie. I love this.
It's great.
I'm gonna have to watch it though if Bill Paxton's in it.
Dude, I love Bill Paxton. Hell yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, like I said, it kind of got overshadowed by Lost Boys, but came around the same time. But it's a really good movie.
It getting overshadowed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 2. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
All right. You could have dinner with us. You like head cheese? My brother makes it real good. You'll like it.
Did you say head cheese?
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, is that what you just said? Oh shit. Okay. All right. Can you give me like a time frame or something?
70s.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right. That gives me something. Okay. All right. You can have dinner with us. My brother likes head cheese.
No.
Right.
My brother makes it real good.
Oh, my brother makes it real good.
You can have dinner with us. You like head cheese? My brother makes it real good. You like it.
He's got the voice down.
I know.
Oh goodness gracious!
God, when you say that, when you're but 70s, I was like, God, it sounds like something corny from like damn Texas Chainsaw 2. But
I was gonna say
What, okay, it's not 2, but
is it it's not the first one? Is it? Is it
the first one? And
no,
I thought you would
fucking shit.
It is.
Really?
Oh my goodness!
And I thought you would get that. You know why? Because the working title to that movie was called Head Cheese, but that's a line in the movie.
So the only reason that I got that, I was like, because so corny. It was so corny.
Well, and of course, you're thinking of Bill Moseley. But
oh
Bill
my
Moseley's,
God, that's my go-to. Yes,
but
that's
Bill
exactly
Moseley's character was designed after the Ed Neal character, and that's Ed Neal saying it. You like that? You like head cheese? That's Neal character, the hitchhiker.
Goodness. I didn't realize that movie was in the 70s. What's funny, guys?
Oh, is the original,
my movie on for me and my cousins, like we'd watch it and stuff, and I remember my family being like disturbed because my one cousin would like to pretend to be the Chainsaw Massacre guy. They're like, I think he's gonna grow up to be a serial killer, but I didn't catch all the dialogue, obviously, because I was just a kid,
Sure.
But that's so funny. I mean, good job, Bridget, that you said. I was thinking, I'm thinking, no, nah, that was in the 80s because I watched it in the 80s. But
I think that's how you threw me off, Mike. You were like the 70s, and I was like, God, it sounds like Texas Chainsaw 2, and that's the 80s.
That is the 80s, yeah.
Damn, but that was good. I'm proud of myself on that one.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. Really good.
All right, you ready for number 3? Here we go.
Yes.
This one's very short, very sweet. We Belong Dead.
We Belong Dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like, I mean, I know. I'm like, it's a little too short. I might need a little more. I need a little extra.
I mean, that's it. There's nothing extra to put on there. We Belong Dead. Think Universal.
Okay, Universal. Okay, shoot. That's not enough. I need more hints. Sorry. I'll just put it out there. I just do.
Okay, all right. Think 1930s.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay, all right. Thinking back, like,
wow.
We Belong Dead. You're talking 30s. The only thing that can come to my mind, and I'm just putting this out here because I really don't know, like a Frankenstein movie or something.
What's the name of it?
Oh, so am I on the right path or no? We Belong Dead, so it's it's we, so it's two. We belong. So it's like it's not the Bride of Frankenstein, is it?
Yes, it is the Bride of
Jeez,
Frankenstein.
God.
Fuck yes. I'm so proud of myself. I was like, all right, Bridget, think we, it's two. Okay. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
that's
You
it.
are the expert here.
Not really, girl. I love this shit. I love movie quotes, but Mike will throw you some curveballs for real.
All right, we got 2 more. Here comes
Okay.
number 4. You ready?
Ready.
This was on the poster. This is a quote from the movie. I will tell you. Think 80s.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. Think late 70s. Late 70s.
Okay.
Very almost 80s. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Oh, that one oh gosh. That one sounds very familiar.
You said you said late 70s?
Mm-hmm. When there's no more
Night
room
of the
in
Living
hell. You're close. It's not Night of the Living Dead. It's
Living Dead.
Oh my God, there's so many of those.
No, it's Romero, but it's not
It's not Dawn of the Dead.
It is Dawn of the Dead. Yes.
It is Dawn of the Dead.
Yes.
Give this lady another hand.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? I can say one thing with Mike, we're going to talk about movies later on. You know, I watched Shaun of the Dead for the first time this week. That it's a pretty goofy.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
Oh my God. It was so funny. It was good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The last one. All right, listen closely. You punched me, made me walk through shitty water, dragged me through a crack house, and now I'm going to have to kill this fucking clown.
Oh, man. It's a clown quote. I should know this one.
Killer clowns from outer space.
Nope.
One more.
All right. You punched me, made me walk through shitty water, dragged me through a crack house, and now I'm going to have to kill this fucking clown.
I mean, it's like Big Top Evil.
No.
Damn it. Have you seen this?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm disappointed in you right now, Mike, so you better put that on your list. I'm just saying.
All right. It's a pretty big, it's a well-known clown movie, so.
Oh, it's not.
Yes.
Oh, that quote is.
Yeah,
it is?
Yeah. Which one?
It would have to be the
new one.
It'd have to be the part 2.
Yeah. You're right. It is the new one. Now it's part 1.
Oh, I finally got
part 1. Okay.
Part 1.
Yes, you got it. And look, Lillian. Look, I'm the killer clown. You showed me up on that one.
What's funny is I didn't even watch the second one. I was out and about, and my boyfriend was showing the second movie, the recent one, to my 5-year-old. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
What? He didn't mind it though. I don't think it scared him that much.
Oh, yeah? Some kids like clowns. Some don't though. Some don't. All right. That's quotes. So that's all we got. I think, Lillian. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you got going on?
No. I mean, I'm just wrapping up this film and just trying to get that complete. Which finally we're on the final stretch. So I'm just thrilled about that. So. For your audience, you guys can check out updates on my on the Facebook Deranged fan page. So you can go there.
What's it called? It's just called Deranged fan.
What's it called? Deranged. I think it's Deranged. I don't even know my own social media. I'm really bad. I'm really bad at self promotion. It's just Deranged.
Okay.
I'll see like any of your people that are looking for it. They'll see like. They'll see Lillian Lamour, Shannon Brown on the little profile picture, but some things going on with it.
Okay, very cool.
So where else can we find you? So I'm guessing you're out there on social media. Where can our listeners find you at?
They can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Lillian Lamour. That's Lillian Lamour. Also on TikTok, I think I'm on Lillian Lamour 7. I just been dabbling with that lately. I've been doing like more like singing on there, but that's not so. And then on Facebook, my Facebook page, Lillian Lamour. So I'm on all that.
Okay.
And I have an IMDb page that lists all the films, so people that like horror films will find quite the array of films to choose from.
All right, very cool. Well, good luck with everything, and we look forward to seeing this movie after you're finished with it. And
yeah, awesome.
Keep on making indie horror and all that good stuff.
Well, thank you for having me on. It was a lot of fun. I was very nervous, so I appreciate you guys making it easy.
Sure. Love it. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much. And man, kudos to you, women in horror. I love it. Love it.
Thanks, Bridget. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care, you guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, there we go. Lillian Lamour.
Yeah, awesome.
Writer, director, doing all kinds of stuff with
That's
movies.
what I'm saying. She's got all kinds of things going on.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah, it's very cool to see her just prospering and continue on up there with the horror and all the other indie stuff that she does. Very cool. All right. So, you got anything else going on while you're in ConNooga? Anything you got?
I don't think so. I think that's all I got for you tonight.
You got any more movies you're gonna watch while you're there? Anything that you're gonna see? Anything?
No. So no, I haven't watched a lot of movies here. I haven't sat on a lot of screenings. I'll tell you, I've sat in some crazy shit though. I'll give you a real quick little hint of them. Okay. This is how crazy this shit is. On something last night that was, of course, it's after hours. You have to show your ID, whatever. Mm-hmm. You go in and they were talking about fantasizing with big women. And
wait, this is on the movie?
No, this is
a panel.
It's a panel. It's a fucking panel. And we were like, oh, let's go in here. So I'm with Tracy and the big bald buddies, Jim, Johnny, and Amy Epps. So we're sitting there, and I was sitting in between Amy Epps and Tracy West, and both of them, like, this shit was so out there. They were both going, I'm trying to hold it. And I was like, if one of y'all motherfuckers crack, I'm gonna get so pissed off, because I wanted to laugh so hard. The shit they were talking about was the most craziest, wildest thing. So we sat through that and we're like, let's go check out the burlesque shows. We walked next door, and it's kind of like a nerdy burlesque show. Okay. It's pretty, man, I'm telling you what, I'm like, dude, I thought we were like cool because we're in like horror and like hardcore. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is like hardcore nerdy stuff happening here. But these people don't care. They're having the time of their life, and everybody's just chill, and it's so much fun. There's so much energy, and God, I just want to laugh, and it's just crazy. So I'm not a Comic-Con person, but I mean, dude, you have to, like I said, we got to bring some more horror into it, but it's pretty wild. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Sounds like you're having fun. Well, all right. So if that's all you got, I guess we'll end it here. And until next time, you stay hardcore.
You stay hardcore, Mike.
Hardcore out there in ConNoogaville.
That's right. Chattanooga, keeping it real.
All right. Very cool. All right. Until next time. Later.
Wow. That's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore Horror with Mic and Brigette is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.